Hello, Dearborn Heights residents. Mayor Bill Bazzi. I'm sitting here with Chief Hart from our police department. We're doing our chief chat. So welcome, Chief. This is your first time. We've done this, and we usually do this like maybe once or twice a year.
Very nice. Or
sometimes more when we bring the fire chief and we have different conversations. But today, I know the summer's coming, and the school's going to be out, so I just wanted to kind of get your take, what your advice, for a lot of the students or a lot of the, seniors, graduating in the summer.
It's a great topic, Mayor, and what we see a lot of is a lot of poor driving in the neighborhoods. We get a lot of complaints from speeding vehicles to vehicles that have loud or modified exhausts on them. And really what I would like everyone to keep in mind, especially in our neighborhoods, is to certainly drive 25 miles an hour or less in our neighborhoods. Obey the speed limits on our major arterial roads. You never know when someone's going to dart out from behind a vehicle, or a child will be chasing, a ball, a basketball, football, whatever it is, out into the street. And the best way to avoid a tragedy is to drive the speed limit, stop at our stop signs, at our traffic control devices, and just be respectful to your neighbors and to those around you. We're all counting on everyone as you're behind the wheel to get it right every time. So it's very important that we do that. And we were young once, right? And we understand that there's a little bit of exploration that takes place, and as you get into different vehicles, we have that understanding, but it is a massive responsibility to drive safely. And we really want parents to kind of reinforce that, and our young adults to hear that message. Most of our drivers that are ticketed are around 18, 19 years old when I look at the statistics, so they are younger drivers who are engaging in this behavior in our community.
Yeah, I know it's very important. I've actually seen a video several months ago when they had a child run over by a car. Actually, they had the surveillance tape of the driver, and he was driving excessive speeds, and the child was just like less like a quarter of a second, this kid was gone. So you can't react to something that quick when a child just jumps in the middle of the road while you're driving. So even 25 miles an hour, like for me, I always drive slower because you never know. There's, as you mentioned, kids running all over the place. And I know one of the most sensitive topics right now with residents, especially with the summer coming up, people parking in the street. And I know that you and I are both getting a lot of calls, during trash days.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to see what your plans are doing, just to keep people off the street, during garbage day, like, from 7 to 7.
Yeah, so we've had officers out in the neighborhoods, and they have the map of the neighborhoods for their particular trash day, and the officers are going out, and we're allowing them to use their discretion to either contact the homeowner or to write a violation. And we've met with the judges last week, and they're fully in support of enforcement of the trash day violations. The reality is we don't like giving tickets, believe it or not. I think a lot of people feel that police officers like to go out and do traffic, especially our younger police officers. It's a little bit of a struggle for them. So we're always seeking that voluntary compliance. And as we talk about getting different notification systems for the community, for traffic issues, if there's flooding, whatever it may be, to communicate with residents, we're also looking at what systems can we also use to send a reminder to our residents within that area to say, hey, just a reminder, trash day, get your vehicles off the street. Anything we can do to get voluntary compliance. Short of that, the officers will be issuing tickets, and your neighbors, just like when someone's behind the wheel, we're counting on somebody getting it right. Your neighbors are counting on you getting it right to get off the street, keep your vehicle parked in your driveway. Please don't park on your lawn. Get it in the driveway, make other arrangements with neighbors that maybe don't have as many vehicles as you. That's the way I grew up, right next door in Taylor. We had the same thing, no parking on trash day. We had a large family, so we did have to reach out to our neighbors to make those arrangements. So please, voluntary compliance is what we always seek. And just kind of put it in your phone, any reminder you need to get your vehicle off the street.
That's a good idea, and it's also seen some neighbors, their trash wasn't picked up because somebody parked in front of their house, and it is very frustrating for that neighbor. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on with the department. I know we talked about new officers you're going to hire or you're recruiting, and also some body cams. So would you like
Yeah.
to talk about if there's anything like what's going on in the department?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love for our new police officers to come from the community. We have 7 open positions at this time. We're having interviews in the very near future for those open positions. We also have dispatcher positions that are open. That's a very rewarding job as well. Not as much out in the environments, in traffic,
Oh.
dealing with people. It's more, obviously on the phone answering citizens' calls for help. Which is a lot of pressure too, because they want to make sure they send the right resources to someone who's calling for help, whether it be police or fire. And that is a great opportunity to come in and serve your community as well and have a rewarding career. So we're always looking to fill different positions. You can look at our website, you can look at the City of Dearborn Heights website and our job opportunities. We're really pushing it out as broadly as we can to get our staffing levels, up to par. And in regards to the body cameras, we have a whole new project coming forward. Hopefully by the end of the week here, we'll get something out to City Council for body cameras. In-car cameras need to be replaced as well, and a couple of our interview rooms and other areas, sensitive areas within the police department that need to be upgraded. So we're working to try to have one system that officers sign on to that manage the tasers, that manage our in-car and manage our body-worn cameras. And that's really for accountability purposes, both for the public and for our staff. Our staff really, really want to have body cameras to show the good work that they're doing.
I agree. And also I think since you've been the chief, you're like really going up 100% trying to get that dispatch up and running as well. So is there anything new?
So awesome support from yourself and the City Council. Thank you very much for that in getting a redesign bid out for a professional company to come in and design, meet with staff and see what our needs are within the dispatch center and what is the best layout for them. And once we have that, then we'll get into how do we fund the program and how do we bring it to fruition. So very, very important for us. It's been kind of a neglected area for a few years, and we want to make them feel valued as employees, not just in the way we treat them, but in the environment that they walk into every day. We want that to be a professional environment. And that really, for me, that impacts, that kind of starts out my day, right? So I walk around, pick up trash and around the building and out on the sidewalks along Michigan Avenue, and I want people to feel good about coming to work. And part of that is in our dispatch center as well. So we're really excited.
And I've actually heard some residents, they mentioned they saw you picking up stuff. They're like, why is the chief doing this? I said, well, he's setting an example.
Yeah,
and
we're really trying to, thank you, and just modeling the behavior that we want others to follow, right? And just being good people and being supportive and having accountability within the organization is very important. Everyone should be very proud of their police department. Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Chief. I appreciate you coming here today for the Chief Chat. And thanks for all our residents for watching this today. And I look forward to the next one. So have a great day.